Dayton, how important was today for you?
Very important. It was very, very, very important for me. I felt like today was a day I could showcase the things that people think that I didn't really get to showcase during the season. I had a lot of question marks. Everybody was wondering how fast I was running. I was like, hey, what's the point of me telling you now? You came to see me, didn't you? So, you know what I'm saying? I had to, hopefully I showed them what they, you know what I'm saying, wanted to see. Really did what I was supposed to do, but a really important day for me.
Did you feel like there was more pressure on this day for you because you didn't get that chance at Indy a couple months ago?
Oh nah, I wasn't worried. Everybody kept sending me like messages like, oh, it's all right, keep your head up, whoop, whoop, stuff like that. I was like, I ain't really too much worried. You know what I'm saying? Like, I trust God. I'm a real Christian. You know what I'm saying? So like, I trust His plan. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of my prayers. I let Him know like, no matter how I go or whatever, I'ma still trust Him. So like, I never let it discourage me. You know what I'm saying? I just knew when I got my opportunity, I was gonna have to do what was asking me.
If you had meetings or visits planned or got some planned, or who have you talked to?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be going to Baltimore on Sunday, and then I'm from Atlanta, so I got that Atlanta local day. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, things schedules will come. You just gotta wait and see how everybody see what these numbers talking about. You know what I'm saying? See if I pique anybody interest.
Feel you had a good day today?
Oh yeah, real good day. Like I ain't have no jitters. You know what I'm saying? I was training 3 months for this. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no way I'm finna train 3 months for one day and I'm not. If I get to that one day and be like, oh, shaking in my boots. You know what I'm saying? So it was just another day in the park for me. I feel like.
Forgive me if I missed this. You talked about question marks that others may have had. What do you feel like were those question marks, or what have been like the most of?
So it was really only two. A lot of people that was like, oh, how fast does he run? Like he's real fast, but does he have elite speed? You know what I'm saying? So that's the question mark on the 40. And I'm like, man, I've been running all my life. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm a little guy, so I got to run from them. Hey, everybody huge, so I got to run from them. And there was like my size, leg size, but everybody was thinking I wasn't going to bench, you know what I'm saying, because I'm a smaller receiver. And I'm like, yeah, I'm benching. Matter of fact, I'm going to go first just to show y'all, like, hey, I'm really about that. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty much it.
It seemed like there was a ESPN interview where you basically revealed to the world that you were going to pursue your NFL dreams right then and there. When before that, or how long was it before that you made your mind up that this is what you were going to do?
At the start of the season. It was really one of the start of the season things. Like, I really had faith in this team. Even though, I don't know if y'all remember, but like heading into the season, everybody was doubting us. They were saying we had one of the hardest schedules in college football and whatnot. And I'm like, man, I'm with these guys every day. I know what work we put in. You know what I'm saying? We finna build the, you know what I'm saying? We finna go through some of that. You feel me? So we ended up setting school history and whatnot. Excuse me. We ended up doing what you know what I'm saying? We handled business. We proved they had us right there like one of the worst receiver rooms in the SEC for football. I feel like we ended up off on top, you know what I'm saying? So every question mark they have for us, we checked it off like, hey, you know what I'm saying? What you thought? Yeah. So I was real confident. You know me, I'm a real confident guy. I know how much work, how much time, how much effort I put into it, and I don't plan on stopping. So
Dayton, you said before that you didn't let the not getting a combine invite discourage you. What do you think it says about you as a person that you didn't get discouraged? Because I feel like most people would.
I would say perseverance. It's just really like a whole lot of perseverance. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't believe in yourself, then why would anyone else believe in yourself? I mean, in you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it starts here. If you ain't got it here, then how you going? You know what I'm saying? Even if I did get the combine, if I was like nervous about it, or if I didn't believe in myself while doing it, then you know what I'm saying, it probably wouldn't have fell through how we wanted it to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like confidence too. You know what I'm saying? I know I put the work in. I wake up every day. I'm finna go work. Even if I ain't got nothing to do, I'm gonna do some type of something. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure I'm getting better. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just like, hey, I know what I want. I know what I'm gonna do. I got faith in my capabilities.
I guess, I mean, with the numbers that you put up, were you surprised you didn't get one?
I was, being honest. I'm like, dang, I ain't even gonna lie. I did my research on all the people that's like my size, you know what I'm saying, do the things that I did and whatnot. A lot of them players I beat, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the players I had better stats, you feel me? But I like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna let that get to me, because at the end of the day, the cream gonna rise to the top. So I was like, all right, we just gonna, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. It's a marathon, not a sprint, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see who's still running. That's my goal, and that's how I'm approaching it.
just out of pure curiosity, I know your 2023 highlight reel had some bangers, over the beginning of it. Just throughout this process, which catch was brought up first?
Oh, every time I talk to somebody, it's UGA. I seen that UGA catch. UGA. I'm like, dang, like I did a lot of stuff that year. You feel me? Like, but nah, that wasn't. Looking back at it, even now, I'm like, dang, I really did do something you wasn't supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? To go get that one. So like, I can see why everybody always talked about the UGA too. But I like that Vandy one too, because I really had to. I had to box him out and then jump over him. You know what I'm saying? It was a hard catch right there, but UGA was nice, and it was in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Home state, so it was real cool.
Where do you plan to watch the draft? Go back home with friends and family, or are you still working on that?
I'm gonna watch it, but in solitary, like. I don't really want everybody around me oh, cool, rubbing my back, it's all right. Nah, I don't need all that, you know what I'm saying? Because it really don't matter how I get into the league, you know what I'm saying? It's what I do when I get there, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really want to hear the outside noise and whatnot, but, whatever happens, I'm going to make that phone call, hey, y'all pull up, you know what I'm saying? It's time, you feel me? So, yeah, that's really how I'm doing it.
I know we've talked about it before, but you haven't had the easiest path. What is it like to be here now on the verge of this?
It's amazing. Really, I want to thank God. I want to thank my mom and my brother, especially my big brother. He really my rock. He really hold me down. You know what I'm saying? I call him Ace. He called me his backbone. You know what I'm saying? We really been there for each other through it all. You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank my friends, all my friends that just throw me the ball. They didn't know just when I be like, hey, come on, you'll throw me the ball. We'll play catch. They didn't know it was gonna turn out like this. You know what I'm saying? None of us did. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thankful for everybody that helped me in this process. Coaches, family, friends, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Media support, training room, training staff, the cooks in the grill, everybody, nutrition, they all played a major role. No matter how small they think it was major to me, and I really appreciate it.
Dayton, we don't know what numbers we're gonna have access to. Did they tell you what you ran? Your 40?
Nah, they didn't tell me what I ran, but a lot of people were showing me some crazy numbers. You know what I'm saying? But they gotta add them up, average them, and you know what I'm saying. Everybody got different times. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just waiting on the official to come out.
You mentioned working 3 months for this day. Just kind of how much is it a relief that it's over? Is it excitement now that you're closer to the draft? Kind of what's the feeling now that you've gotten through this pro day?
Definitely you know what I'm saying? Because 3 months for one day, it's what is this? World War or something like that? What are you preparing for? You know what I'm saying? The end of the world. So, knowing that, waking up and training every day, knowing that you're preparing for one thing, it could bring a lot of tension, a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Because you're dang, I got to, because there was, the day before, that was a lot of people get performance anxiety. I'm thinking in my head, man, I've been doing it for 3 months. Man, I ain't got time to be, performance anxiety, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go. If we didn't have order, I would have did everything first, you know what I'm saying? Get it over because, I've been training for this moment, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's definitely a relief. I can't wait to just go home and just, But tomorrow, I'm definitely going to go get some, you know what I'm saying, active recovery, you know what I'm saying? The show don't stop now just because we did the pro day, you feel me?
You were saying, how much do you feel how much merit should people put into these tests and these numbers and these combine and pro day type tests? Because like you were saying, you put up big numbers, people can see the kind of catches you're making on Saturdays. How much merit should people put into these type of tests?
I feel it really varies from person to person, you know what I'm saying? Some people, it could, really benefit them a lot. Some of them could be icing on the cake. For me, I feel today was just icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel today was gonna make or break me because in the sport we play, your film is your resume. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't got no film, but you come out here and run 4.1, it's okay, cool, you run 4.1, but you out here getting locked up. You know what I'm saying? You can't catch, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's it really just varies. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel I just put the icing on the cake today.
A couple of years ago, you took a chance on yourself and came over to Ole Miss as a walk-on to now be where you're at now. When you look back on that decision, does it feel like the right one, that you made the right one?
Yes. I think about that every day because, now that I'm, now it's behind me and you can look back, it's easier it's better when you looking back than where it's just you, living in the moment. You're dang, I really just walked on. Now I'm looking back, I'm dang, I really took the risk. Like, I wasn't even eating the first few weeks I got here. I wasn't eating, like, I hadn't had the right nutrition. I ain't have, you know what I'm saying? I was struggling, you know what I'm saying? But to know that it's finally actually paying off just by believing in yourself. Like, if I had something to tell everyone, like, if I had like one piece of advice, it sound corny or everybody say it, but it's the truth. Like, believe in yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you think you could do it, go do it, you know what I'm saying? You will never know until you try. And I'd rather be a person that tried than be a shoulda, coulda, woulda, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I ain't like at home like, damn, I should have. I'm glad I'm not home like, man, I wish I didn't do this, or I wish I, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's definitely crazy. It's definitely surreal. And I wouldn't have did it at no other location. Like, I don't see myself going to another location and it panning out like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, coaches, staff, like, I can't thank them enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a great feeling.
At the time, did anyone kind of tell you you're crazy for doing this? And if so, have they reached out recently and been like, oh, maybe you were right?
Yeah, a lot of people definitely told me I was crazy. Like, people was recommending that I went to like smaller schools and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Things like that, but they don't they try to act like they didn't say it. You know what I'm saying? They try to act like I forgot, but I ain't forget. You know what I'm saying? I remember everybody that was like, man, what you doing? Like, why would you tripping? You know what I'm saying? You just think this, you da 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 da. You just want to prove everybody wrong, but all it was just me, just a kid from south side of Atlanta believing in himself. You know what I'm saying? Trying to chase his dream. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was for me.
What would for whatever team that does end up picking you up, what would you say is going to be your first message to them after you get that phone call and they're ready to put you on their team?
I'm gonna thank him so much. I'm like, oh man, thanks for the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But like, let him know like the type of player I am. Like, I'm gonna persevere. I'm gonna give him my all, no matter what. Like, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hop in that playbook. I'm a receiver. I gotta know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm versatile. You can put me anywhere. Like, I'm all about the game. That's me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I am the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's you're gonna get a football player, not a receiver, not a. You're gonna get a winner. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that really wanted, someone that's gonna put it on the line for the team, like someone that's gonna be tired, but I'ma still go run that route. You know what I'm saying? I'ma still go catch that ball. I don't care if we getting smacked on. I don't care if we smacking somebody. Like, I'm still out there giving my all. I'm on that field. You know what I'm saying? So that's my message to the people. Thank y'all.